and go to new. Now, first thing you should do is always name your document something meaningful. Right now, I'm going to name it, I don't know, Cuphead. That way you can remember it from anything, because you're going to make it in a lot of new documents. But you should know the command N is the shortcut for it. Now, let me go over some things with you. Width changes the x axis of the document itself, and height changes the wide size of the document. But be careful, because you must go over the points of measurement, because it would change it. Pixels is generally displayed on screen, and the other ones like inches, centimeters, and millimeters are different forms of measurement. Revolution is important because on a screen it won't go on surpass a certain amount of revolution, which is 300. So we're going to keep it at 300. And it's right here for pixels per inch, but use pixel per centimeter and also an increased resolution for print. In color mode, we're only going to go through RGB and CMYK, because RGB is made for display on screen because those are the only colors that can be displayed on screen, and CMYK are the only colors that can be displayed on a print. Right now we're going to pick RGB, and RGB means red, green, or blue, and CMYK means cyan, magenta, yellow, and black, or key. Everything else is not needed for this tutorial, so we're going to go up to a default US paper, and then we're going to click OK. Now, we're going to go to and then put in the image. So you go into File, you go to Place Linked, and now whatever image you're going to use, let's use this character right here. You have to know the name and stuff like that, and you must type it in, or you can go from one of your places that you actually put it. Now you go there and you double click it, and the character is up. And now you see this X between it. It shows that you can scale up or down to adjust the size. Hold Shift and grab the corners to increase the size without distorting the image. That's very important. When you're happy with the size, you press Enter. Now he looks kind of bland, it looks kind of boring a little bit. So what I would do is I would add an effect, and I'll go to Color Overlay. You see where at the bottom where it's FX, and you go up to Color Overlay. Now with Color Overlay you go to Blend Mode, and there's a whole bunch of options, but right now you only need Normal. Now you choose the color, let's say the color of Schwartz, which is red, and then you go to this color picker, and you could change the opacity by dragging it up and down, or you could change the color by going up and down on the scale. Hue changes the actual color, but saturation changes how light or dark it is. This is hue. This is saturation. So let's make them very saturated and make it a red hue. And then the opacity shows how brightly and how much is the color is shown. Now it looks pretty nice right now, but let's add another over effect to add a little something. What we'll do is we'll go to a drop shadow, and a drop shadow, what it does, it helps make it look way more crisper than it actually is by adding something that helps outline it. So the angle changes where the drop shadow is placed. So let's put it at a 155 degree angle. So it would look like it's coming from the it looks like it's coming from the left, and you increase the distance to make it come either closer or outer. So let's put it at about 50, and then the spread is how concentrated it is. So let's make it about 65, and the size is how big and how much it emits. So let's put it around like 24. Noise and contour, that's not important, but it does changes how the shadow reacts. Now you can also change the color of the shadow the same way you change the color overlay, but for now we're just going to keep it as black or a desaturated red. And there you go. Now this is going to be displayed for a screen. So what we're going to do is we're going to export it. You go to File, then you go to Export, and then you go to Export As. And this will show up, and it should say Export As, and it has a little screen. It's going to take a little minute. It's taking quite a minute. Well, it should bring up to the screen, and you choose a format. The format should be a PNG or a JPEG or a an SVG, as well as a JPEG 8. These help you are generally the greatest export and most likely used in Photoshop. So right now we're going to use JPEG because it's the most commonly used one, and it's one of the most commonly used ones, and it's easier on a computer to display. Now we're going to just hit OK, and we're done. I think that's it, right?